What's going on, team? Welcome back to another episode of the AT Fit Podcast, episode number 28. 28. We are smashing through it. We're motoring through. Just a little bit of a appreciation, really, right at the start, is just to say thank you very much to everyone that is either sharing, liking, or even just listening. It really means a lot. And hopefully you've learnt a little bit, and obviously I've learned a lot about this stuff as well. And if you've got anything you want me to talk about or anything at all, let me know, and I'll chat about it. I'll talk a bit of shit about it. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. We're up to 9 countries, I believe, and we're also getting towards the 50-50 mark. 50% of the listeners are, or of you guys, are male, and 50% are female. We've got a massive spread of ages as well, which I think is really fucking cool. So just want to say thank you very much for all that. The boring stuff is done. Let's crack on. We are on 28, episode number 28, and I thought I would dedicate a podcast to program design, right? Because I do appreciate that money can be an issue for quite a lot of people, and that's absolutely fine. You can't fork out some money on a coach writing an individualized program, or even forking out some money on a templated program, and that's absolutely fine. Or if you just want to give it a crack yourself and start writing a program yourself, there are a few key areas I would sort of highlight out before you start just sort of creating and throwing exercises together and getting on. First of all, you need to understand your goals, obviously. So if you wanted to get bigger, if you wanted to get leaner, if you wanted to get stronger, if you were doing it for a specific sport, for example, you would need to outline your goals. It depends what you want. A lot of people this time of the year will be looking to lean down, get that summer body sort of thing. So you would have to create a program to accommodate for that. Remember, guys, like if you want to gain tissue, so get larger, become bigger, or if you want to get a little bit leaner, it is mainly dependent on your calorie intake. So if your calorie intake is higher than your burning, then you're going to be gaining weight. And if it's lower than your burning, then you're going to be losing weight. However, specifically, or especially for the gaining weight sort of program, you would have to provide a stimulus to your body to make it grow. You can't exactly just eat more calories than you burn and not train, because then obviously the excess energy you're consuming is just going to be stored as fat rather than actually building any muscle. So that needs to be taken into consideration. But saying we're going to say for argument's sake that the diet is 100% perfect. Obviously, perfect is not an achievable goal, but we're just going to say it for this example, and we're just going to solely focus on the training program and how I would structure it moving forward. So, first one, goals. What the fuck do you want to achieve from your program? Outline that, write it down, make sure it's specific. Okay, and then I would also have a focus. Okay, so say for example, your goal is to gain size. Okay, you want to get a little bit bigger. You might be a hard gainer. You might have come out of a cut, or you just want to get a little bit of tissue onto the bone. Get a little bit more meat on the bone. You know what I mean? Get a little bit thicker. And that's absolutely fine. You want a focus. Okay, so if for example you want to bring up a quote unquote lagging body part, you'll be thinking, okay, my focus might be my lower body, for example. So the lower body stimulus or the volume through your lower body is going to be higher throughout your program than other areas. And I'd also get a minor focus. So you've got a major focus and a minor focus, or a main focus and a minor focus. So that minor focus is basically a second one, and that's mainly for variety. It can get quite boring if you are just absolutely smashing one thing, and I wouldn't necessarily say with the program, say for example you want to gain size in your legs. I wouldn't say that all the program is your legs, because obviously that's not well rounded, and I'll get to that later on. But also, you're going to need a minor focus to be able to just spice up your training. So for example, I know people, and I have tried it in the past, when you have a program and you might do focus on a lot of quad exercises on one day, and then focus a lot on hamstring development on another day. Right at the moment, I don't necessarily agree with it. I'd like to just create a higher level of stimulus throughout the week on both, and obviously you can't 100% isolate a muscle without just causing or without producing an electrical charge through it. And we're not just going to stick a needle in ourselves and and put electrical current for ourselves. But I do believe focusing the training mostly around something called compound exercises is vital. Okay, compound exercises, so basically multi-joint movements. All right, so for example, a squat, an overhead press, a bench press, a deadlift, pull up, a dip, all these things like a lunge. Their multiple joints are moving, and it's taxing the body in a variety of different ways. That is where I would focus the main sort of portion of the program, and then the accessories, the fluffy stuff, I would put at the end. An easy way to start, say for example you are trying to gain some size or gain some strength, easy way to start is a 5x5. It's actually funny, I do think of whenever I do have kids, which is going to be obviously a long ass time away. However, I think the first program I would actually give them, after making them move well and body weight is good, i.e. they can do push-ups, dips, squats, lunges and pull-ups, is just give them a 5x5. I think it's a very, very easy and staple program for people to go on, and I'll regularly resort back to a 5x5 if something is lacking off, and I've actually started doing it back with the strict press or the overhead press. As of recently, it's the first week. I'm only going to do it once a week. Add 2.5 kilos a week and just complete 5 sets of 5. Like, I think it's a really easy way of including or of causing progressive overload over a period of time, and it's not going to fuck you up too much, where it's going to start sort of hindering sessions later on in the week. So compound exercises is definitely important, definitely important. And another thing that I'd like to say with the compound exercises is make sure you are doing it correctly. Whether you've been coached or whether you are playing around unloaded for a while, okay, videoing yourself from multiple angles and then actually doing some video analysis. I know sometimes, like I said at the start of the episode, money can be an issue. So if money is an issue and you can't necessarily get a coach, then and you don't have anyone around the gym who is qualified or and can sort of give you some advice, then pull up some videos. Everyone's got access to the internet, or most people have got access to the internet. It's all free. There's free information out there. Pull up some videos, pull up a video of yourself, and peer assess. Basically, just look at you, look at them, what's different, alter it, go again. Like, it's going to take some time to develop those motor patterns and actually learn the skill. People forget that lifting weights is a skill. It's not just a strength exercise or something we use to build some mass. It is actually a skill as well. So a back squat is a skill, a front squat is a skill, a deadlift is a skill, and it's basically just learning the technique so we don't get in an injurious state later on down the line when the weight is getting pretty heavy. So compound exercises, goals, main and minor goals, focus, is really important. Really important. A time period is another thing that you need. Okay, so for example, if I go back to previous example of wanting to gain some size, gain some strength, and you want to look a little bit better for a specific event, and the specific event is in 4 months' time, then there you go. There's your time period. You've got 4 months. And that's also something that's going to keep you accountable, because you've always got not necessarily an end goal, because health and fitness, it's a journey, it's not a destination. You will never reach the destination. You'll always just be a little bit further down the line on the path. But you have something that's going to keep you accountable, because once you're done with a day, you are a day closer to wherever you wanted to be, and a day closer to that holiday, that wedding, that event, or whatever it was you wanted to get ready for, or that festival. So it does keep you accountable, and you can have it on your calendar, and you can mark it down, and there's something really positive about writing down in your diary or on the calendar a date of when you wanted to achieve something, and then every day of taking a little step forward, just ticking it off, because you can look back and just think, fuck me, like I've done 5 things this week to take me a step forward towards that goal that I set myself, and that is really, really positive, and you should be proud of yourself to be able to do that. So I'd say just write it down. Like, we can get our heads into like a bit of a muddle with everything else that's going on in life, but if we write it down, we can see it and we can visualize it a lot easier. So write it down, tick it off, get it done, and then you're a lot closer to where you want to be. So time period is another one. But also, what I would also say is plan to fuck up. There's going to be times where you will fuck up. There's going to be times where you will skip the gym. There's going to be times where it won't be perfect, and that's fine. We're humans. We aren't perfect. You're not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be plain sailing, because if it's plain sailing, you probably undershot yourself. Okay, so if things are, getting a little bit rough, if things are not working the way you wanted it to, that's good. That's okay. It means you are pushing that boundary. Okay, you have to hit that wall to actually know where it is, and then push it a little bit further. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about breaking yourself. I'm just talking about knowing how far you can go, and just trying to push it that little bit further each time. So then when you do get to that goal, that 4 months time, for example, you are a lot further than you could ever even imagine. But again, by doing that, that should instill a lot of confidence in yourself to be able to push yourself to sort of that place, whether it's physically or mentally or both. Actually push yourself to that place and just go, wow, okay, I pushed myself really far here. Let's see what's on the other side of this wall. Let's see what's on the other side of this line. And you learn a lot about yourself in those states, and it's a beautiful place to be, and you should be, again, proud of yourself. So good luck. You'll be absolutely fine. Session by session though, guys. Okay, we're going to break it all down. We're going to strip all that fluffy stuff away. We're going to go session by session. So if I'm writing a session plan, I think we've all been guilty of this. Pac and I spoke about it in a previous episode. We've written down what we wanted to achieve in that session, and we've done the first 2 things, and we're absolutely fucked. And it's like, there's no chance in hell I'm getting all this done. And to be honest with you, I'll do it at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. But that's fine. That's just me drawing a line and thinking, oh, okay, let's see if I can get there. And if I fall short, I've actually done more or gone further than I would have done if I had never drawn that line. And that's okay. However, if you are creating your own program, and obviously you've got a time period, and gym and fitness is not your main focus for the day, I'd say be realistic with your time. Split it up. Okay, how long have you got in the gym? 60 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's break down that 60 minutes. You're going to get there. You need at least a 5-minute pulse rate, some mobility, some activation. Okay, that's 15 minutes done. All right. Well, you got your compound movements. That's going to take a little bit more time. Maybe that's going to take 20, 25 minutes. Okay, that's a significant amount of time done. All right, cool. So that's done. You're up to 40 minutes. You've got 20 minutes left. All right, so you're going to do 15 minutes of accessory stuff, and then you're going to do a 5-minute either cool down, stretch, or you're going to do 20 minutes of accessory stuff, and you're going to go out. Okay, you need to break it down like that, and once you're doing that, you go bam, 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 get it done. All the work is actually complete, instead of just fucking around with your thumb in your ass, looking through Instagram, checking out someone who's got nice leggings on, or looking yourself in the mirror like a vain cunt. Actually doing something and getting it done, and writing yourself a to-do list and having that program set out. And right, I got 20 minutes. Right, I got 15 minutes. Right, I got 12 minutes to do this. Right, I've got 25 minutes to do this. And actually setting it out makes you so much more strict with yourself. For a long time, I came into the gym and I'd set the clock straight away. Came in the gym, set the clock, boom. I'd probably go for a pee or go for a shit, come back out and mobilise, start warming up, and then move through. I'd set myself either 60 to 90 minutes, and once that buzzer goes, I'm done. Whether I'm done, actually done or not, I am finished. I have to leave because I've got other things I need to do. I'm not getting paid for those hours I'm spending in the gym. That's for me. All right. So being able to be strict with yourself, and obviously you want to talk to people and that, and it again goes back to that's an ideal world. We don't live in an ideal world. So if you sort of fail from that, that's fine. That's okay. There's no need to be a moody guy or a moody girl in the gym, and it's just like, I know, leave me alone. I've got something to do. But having said that, you are in the gym to work. And if someone appreciates you and you appreciates your goals, they will be supportive in that. And they will, tell you good set. Or if you're struggling, they'll help you out. Or, they'll speak to you in your rest period. Or they'll just be like, right, it's your set, get going. Sort of thing. And they'll give you a lot more encouragement and motivation in turn, just seeing you sort of progress and be a little bit stricter on yourself on your goals. And if they don't, fine, no problem. They can do them. But you made a commitment to you that you're going to do something. So be strict with you, sort of thing. Look yourself in the mirror and just say, right, well, I wanted to do this, and if I don't get there, I've only got myself to blame. I can't be like in 4 months' time when you get married or you go on that holiday or whatever, look at your significant other or look at your buddies and going, sorry, I could have looked better right now, or sorry, I could have been stronger or bigger or leaner right now, but that person at the gym that I see twice a week that I still don't know their name wanted to talk to me, and I didn't want to say that I was here to work out. Like, they couldn't give two fucks about that. So sometimes you have to be a little bit strict on yourself, Also, go expanding it a little bit to the weekly basis. Okay, so you've broken down your session. Okay, you know how it's going to look day to day, but how many sessions you're going to get in a week? Okay, obviously we need a rest, so we got 1 day off. Are we going to have 2 days off? Okay, maybe we're going to have 2 days off. How's our life looking outside of the gym? Is it hectic? If it is, maybe we need 3 days off. Maybe we can only train 4 days. So that gives you an opportunity to shuffle your days around, which leads directly into another little point. I like to have multiple days, being able to work on multiple days, if that makes sense. I don't like it when for example, I have to squat on a Monday, because something might happen on a Sunday or something might happen during the Monday and I'm really stressed and I've not recovered or rested that much. And if I'm not ready to squat on a Monday, then I'm fucked for the week and I have to wait for the other Monday because, it doesn't fit in with the rest of the session. I like being able to pick and choose. I like being able to go, okay, well, squatting ain't happening today, but I'll bench or I'll deadlift or I'll press or I'll do some pulling movements or I'll do whatever, and then I can switch it out for the other day in the week, and it's not going to fuck up my recovery for the next sessions. That's what I like being able to do, just switching your week around, and it's just working with what you got. Again, ideal world, it ain't one, and it's just being able to work with whatever you dealt. All right, I don't know if you play poker, but if you dealt a shit hand, what you're gonna do? You're gonna fold. You're gonna say, okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna work out this week. Well, no, because then you've just missed out on 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions. Or you're going to go, all right, okay, cool. I'm going to sort of, the way I play this hand is going to have to change. My tactics are going to have to change this week. And then the next week you're going to get dealt another hand. And the next week you're going to get dealt another hand, and etc., etc. And then I think the main focus on your training, guys, is to have fun. I know it sounds really cliche, but if you don't enjoy the way you're training, then you won't stick to it, period. Like, it could be the best way to train, but if you genuinely don't enjoy it, then you won't stick to it. I like training weightlifting, I like training powerlifting, I like training bodybuilding, so that's the way I train, period. Like, CrossFit's fun, I'll do a bit of it, I like the community aspect. On my own, right at the moment, I wouldn't do it on my own. I don't find it fun. Like, not at the moment. For other people, they don't like bodybuilding. For other people, they don't like weightlifting. For other people, they don't like CrossFit. But they like step class, but they like running, but they like swimming. Then fucking do that. Obviously, the fun factor has to tie in with your goals. So if you wanted to get a little bit bigger, but you enjoy running, that's fine. Incorporate into your training. However, you're gonna have to lift a bit of weights. Okay, you're gonna have to find a way to make that fun for you. Find a way that slots in for you. Okay, so a little bit of a recap. Goals. Planning a program needs to be specific to your goals. Okay, it needs to get you somewhere that you want to be. You could have a time period. Okay, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3, 4, a year, whatever, you're going to have a time period, and also a session plan. Okay, how long are you going to have per your session? How many weeks? How many sessions you're going to have in a week? Okay, plan the fuck up. You don't live in an ideal world. That's fine. Plan the fuck up. Have a main and a minor focus. My main focus is legs, for example. My minor focus is shoulders. Okay, boom, done. Be realistic. Don't absolutely cram your sessions full. Be realistic with how much you're planning to do in a session, and throughout the whole program. Accessories, that should be the fluffy bit at the end. Compound movements should be the main focus. Multi-joint movements. Okay, make it fun. Make it fun. Okay, enjoy something that you're doing. Make it fun, and also allow your program to be fluid. All right, last one. Allow your program to be fluid. It can work on many days. You don't have to squat on a Monday. You can change it up, and it's not going to affect your recovery. All right, team. Hopefully that helped. If you need any questions, or if you have any questions regarding program design or anything like that, and you literally just want to send me a message, then fucking go for it. I'm always here to help out. No problem at all. AT Fit Coaching on Facebook and Alex Thomas Fit on Instagram. Right, team. Have a fucking great day. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy, and I'll see you very soon.